Hey folks, this is a response to Show Me Baby's video on Charles Dyer. I received this email this morning. Uh, it's Oath Keepers offers to assist in peaceful resolution of Charles Dyer situation. As you may know, Charles Dyer, known as July 4 Patriot on YouTube, is now the subject of an FBI manhunt after failing to appear for trial in Oklahoma. News reports came in that he may be in the Sealy, Texas area, and now there are new reports stating that Charles Dyer may be in the area of Fort Bend County, Texas. Jay Stang, our Texas Vice President, lives in Sugar Land, which is in Fort Bend country. Jay met Charles Dyer at the Oath Keepers rally on Lexington Green, April 19th, 2009, and they became friends. They also happened to serve in the same unit in the Marine Corps, though not at the same time. Because Charles Dyer may be in the Houston, Texas area, Jay Stang has offered to serve as a go-between to help Charles surrender peacefully so he can go to trial. After coordinating with Oath Keepers National President Stuart Rhodes and with Texas Chapter President John Shirley, a current serving Houston Police Department Sergeant, Jay contacted Dyer's attorney, who agreed with the idea, and then contacted the FBI Houston field office to let the FBI know that Jay is willing to serve in that capacity as a go-between. We don't want to see anyone get hurt, either Charles or peace officers. We think the very safest way for Charles to turn himself in would be to go to a local police department, take off his shirt or even strip down to his skivvies, walk in and turn himself over to the desk sergeant, who is less likely to be amped up and on the trigger when compared to officers involved in the manhunt. But if Charles Dyer contacts Jay, or if Jay is contacted by law enforcement, he is willing to help bring Charles Dyer in peacefully, whatever the circumstances. Here is a message from Jay to Charles, in case Charles or someone with him reads this. I met Charles at Lexington in April of 2009. He and I are friends. We are also fellow Marines and fellow sergeants. I want nothing more than to see a peaceful resolution to this situation, and will serve, if asked, as a go-between to facilitate his safe return. I believe he is innocent of all the charges against him. Charles, if you get this message, please turn yourself in to the local police station. My main concern is for your safety. We here at Oath Keepers don't want to see anyone hurt, and we hope that Charles Dyer will simply turn himself in and face trial. We think he is innocent of the charges against him, and that he has a very good chance of prevailing at trial. While Charles Dyer never became a member of Oath Keepers, he attended our April 19th, 2009 gathering in Lexington, Massachusetts, and we considered him for the position of liaison to the United States Marine Corps. Below is our previous statement by Oath Keepers President Stuart Rhodes about Charles Dyer and his association with Oath Keepers. Charles Dyer never became an actual member of Oath Keepers. I met him when he attended our April 19th, 2009 gathering at Lexington, and back then I considered him for a position as our liaison to the Marine Corps. But I decided against that when he made it clear he intended to train and help organize private militias across the country when he got out of the Marines. I considered such plans to be incompatible with the Oath Keepers mission and goals, and certainly incompatible with any leadership position within this organization. He understood and agreed with my decision not to have him become officially involved with Oath Keepers, so he was never a member and never in any leadership position. That statement was issued last year to clear up misconceptions about Charles Dyer's relationship with Oath Keepers, and here's a new statement by Stuart Rhodes. Early on, Charles Dyer supported the mission of Oath Keepers, including encouraging his YouTube audience to attend our gathering on Lexington Green, April 19, 2009. As already noted, he also attended that rally, and I spoke to him about the possibility of serving as our national liaison to the Marine Corps once he got out of the Marines. At that time, he told me of his intent to train and help establish private militias when he was discharged from the Corps. I let him know that such a course of action would be incompatible with a position within Oath Keepers. He understood. Over the next few months, we kept in touch, and I tried to change his mind, since I thought his abilities would be best used to outreach to the current serving, but he would not relent, and we both agreed that it would be best if he did not join Oath Keepers. He went his own way. As with Jay, I urged Charles to turn himself in and face trial. He has already prevailed in federal court, being found innocent of the federal destructive device possession charges. He also secured a hung jury in the April 2011 trial on these state felony charges. He obviously has competent legal counsel and has a very good chance of prevailing at this new trial on the state sexual assault charges if he will simply turn himself in. It is not too late to do so. Charles, if you read this, please turn yourself in and go to trial. I know you feel like the authorities are just playing out to get you, but you still have a good chance of winning, and you are making a tragic mistake by not taking that chance. Just walk into a local police department and turn yourself over to the desk sergeant. That is the safest course. Go to trial. Stuart Rhodes. It says, all readers, please spread this post far and wide in the hopes that Charles or anyone who is in contact with him will read it. Oath Keepers. P.S. Additional personal statement from Stuart Rhodes. Speaking as an individual, not as the president of Oath Keepers, I also have this to say. While it is important to set the record straight about Charles not joining Oath Keepers and taking his own chosen path, I do also want to state that I believe he is innocent of the sexual abuse charges he currently faces. While Charles was still on active duty back in 2009, he told me he had recently discovered his wife, now his ex, was hanging out with drug addicts in Oklahoma, which greatly upset Charles since he was concerned about his daughter's safety. Charles told me that immediately after he insisted that his estranged wife stop bringing their daughter around people like that, she and her relatives tried to get Charles in trouble with the Marine Corps by outing him as a masked Marine on YouTube, calling his command and accusing him of making seditious statements and conduct unbecoming of a service member. That attempt to get him in trouble with his command failed, but it does show a pattern of his ex-wife and her family trying to use the law as a weapon against Charles. As a criminal defense lawyer, I have seen many examples of disgruntled ex-wives using trumped-up sexual abuse allegations as the nuclear option in custody disputes. I believe that is what happened to Charles. I believe he is completely innocent of the charges against him, and not only in the sense of being innocent until proven guilty, but also in the absolute sense of not having done it. Given what Charles told me about the past behavior of his ex and her family, and after having looked Charles in the eye, I find the sexual abuse allegations ludicrous. Stuart Rhodes. I would really appreciate people to take into consider this, mirror this, get the word out. Let's help Charles. Peace out.